Ladies and gents, boys and girls, happy Friday, happy New Year's Eve, and most importantly, happy Victory Friday. Appreciate you all tuning in. Of course, I'm Chris Phillips, host of the Daily Crow, the Spurs Up Show as always. Welcome. Want to hear from you, your questions, your comments, and your calls. 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Folks, the phone lines are officially open here on a Friday. I see Travi, Caroline, Noah Johns, Brennan M., Phil Harris, Justin Bell, Justin Langford, James Kendall, John Kruger. What's going on, y'all? Appreciate you all tuning in, all you others as well. Also, if you're in the Big Cock Club Discord, head over to the TDC Questions channel, to be sure that your questions are answered. I want to get this out of the way, by the way, before we roll much further, because I know my guy Dalton. I know my guy Dalton's going to be upset at me. But the plan was to consume some Duke's Mayo on the Daily Crow if we won. Unfortunately, I don't have any Duke's Mayo, and when I went to the store real quick, by the time I was able to get out of the house and get to the store, the gas station up the road from me only had Hellman's. So certainly I was not going to eat Hellman's when we just won the Duke's Mayo Bowl. However, do not fear. I am a man of my word. A little bit later today, I will be taking a spoonful of mayonnaise in the dome. Cannot wait to do it as, again, we continue to celebrate the Gamecocks' victory over North Carolina. Folks, again, it's great to chat with you all once again. What a 24 hours it's been. What a game yesterday. What a celebration last night. I do apologize a bit if I was a little off my rocker and a little bit unhinged yesterday, but you know what? It feels good to be good when you have a victory like that and you celebrate accordingly. Things get kind of crazy. Things get kind of wild. So again, guys, be sure to check out the podcast that dropped today, which of course was just the live last night. We literally live did the podcast. So again, a little bit of a different Friday, but hey, it's New Year's Eve and we're going out in style as we close the 2021 calendar year. Guys, again, want to take your questions, comments, calls. Tons to get into here on a Friday. Before we do, I want to tell you about our friends over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm, because the Daily Crow, of course, as always, is brought to you by our friends at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm. Guys, they're young but experienced and aggressive attorneys. They're both former prosecutors who used to represent insurance companies, but switching sides. They both worked at larger law firms where they represented hundreds of clients at a time. And guys, they both left to start their own law firm because they understand you're not a line item, you're not a number, you're a real human being, and you should be treated as such. They're a small boutique law firm that treats their clients like family. Guys are going to know who you are and treat you like a client and not a number. They handle injury cases that arise from car accidents and work accidents. Guys, do not try to take on the insurance company yourself, right? You've been involved in any type of accident, no matter what it might be. The last thing that you should be dealing with and worrying about is dealing with paperwork and the insurance company. Let the experts over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm handle it for you. They use the latest technology to make representation efficient yet effective. Again, guys, let them take care of everything for you. You don't even pay them unless they recover money for you. Rami's in Columbia, Curtis in Charleston. They handle cases statewide. They also offer virtual or in-person consultations at no charge. Guys, give them a call today. In Columbia, 803-973-0304, or in their Summerville location, 843-388-3368. Or, of course, your one-stop shop, their website, dsinjurylaw.com. That is dsinjurylaw.com for more information. Again, guys, that's our friends over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm. Be sure to check them out and tell them that Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. Okay, let's do the damn thing. 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. As we say, folks, again, it feels damn good to be good. Unreal last 24 hours. An unreal game day in Charlotte, North Carolina. What we watched yesterday, what we saw, incredible. By the way, Phil Harris chiming on the TDC Question channel saying, daily weather report from New Hampshire, 38 degrees and cloudy. Phil, the weather could not be like more opposite here. It is literally like 70. I mean, it's insane. It's insane. 67, it says. I don't know exactly what the high is today, but dude, the weather it feels like summer, literally. It feels like, or at least it feels like we're in the middle of baseball season. High is 72 today. So I'm not complaining, my man. I love it. I'm not complaining. I'm a warm weather guy. I love the warm weather. Looks like we are going to cool off next week. Either way, though, again, 843-790-3337. That's 843-790-3337. Let me get back into your questions. My guy, John Kruger, appreciate you tuning in. James Kendall, Beamer leading the Gamecock chant, legend for the ages. I'll cling to that memory for a while. Yeah. So, James, I tweeted, and I want to clarify, by the way, was I like sobbing, crying when that happened? No, absolutely not. But I welled up a single tear, for sure. It was an emotional moment, man. It just, being in that moment, being so present moment, you think about just how far South Carolina football has come in just a year's time. And, of course, it's very personal for me because, I really latched my business onto this guy, Shane Beamer, and the hope and optimism that he could turn the program around and lead the Gamecocks to, bigger and better things. And so for that to all come to fruition and Shane Beamer be leading it's a moment that I did not know and did not honestly think at times we were going to see, at least in year one. And to go 7-6, yesterday was a really tough day for the bowl games don't matter crowd. It really was, because being in that building, you tell me that game didn't matter. The emotion, the intensity was just unreal. It was unreal. And again, the Gamecock fans, we sold out our ticket a lot. Man, there were tons of Gamecocks there. It sounded like there were 100,000 Gamecock fans in that stadium, man. It was just incredible. Incredible day. Incredible time. Great to hang out with my brother and my dad as well. Really, really good stuff, man. A family affair, and I just couldn't have asked for a better day. Let's see. Juan Wells, Happy New Year to you as well. Said, so happy the coach got a win and the players got all worked hard. Congratulations, indeed. All right, let's jump to the phone lines here.
Call from
John.
John, what's going on, my man? How are you?
Good. Oh, man. What? I just can't say what a job by Shane Beamer.
Yeah, insane, man. In year one, to go 7-6, just beyond words what we watched yesterday.
And then, I was just listening to you say, these games don't matter. I was at work yesterday, so I was going to, even if I didn't have work yesterday, I was going to listen to the game anyway, just because I just rather listen to Todd and Tommy, me personally. But, so I had to listen to it yesterday since it work. But anyway, my dad was actually at home watching the game, and he said the announcers were actually talking about, these, the whole games don't matter, bowl games don't matter to some players. And they were actually, Mike Golick was actually, Junior was talking. He said, he said games like this don't matter. Look at how many fans showed up. Look at Dak Joyner's, him specifically after the game, him being so emotional.
Yeah.
After the game. It matters to a guy like Dak Joyner.
Yeah. And I think that played in the emotion too, at least for me personally, but I think with all Gamecock fans, is winning and seeing a guy like Dak Joyner, in his final game in Garnet and Black, get an opportunity and I feel like it's disrespectful to say make the most of it, because he far beyond just made the most of it. Again, you go look back at the stats, man. And of course he was the winner of the Cock of the Walk award that I post after the games, but 9 of 9 through the air for 160 yards and a touchdown, and then 10 carries for 64 yards. Just unbelievable. Unreal.
Yeah.
It's unreal. So,
and I was,
yeah.
And him to, has he been the perfect player since he's been at Carolina? Probably not. For him to stick around through everything is, as far as playing time and switching positions, and then he played quarterback yesterday, and I think Zeb played a little. I think we had 1 or 2 incompletions of that position.
Yeah, incredible.
That was him and Zeb.
Yeah, just incredible, man. Absolutely incredible.
It's just, and then some people didn't like the whole. I don't know if you've seen the whole thing between Shane Beamer and Dennis Dodd, because Dennis was making a big deal about the whole condiment thing. Shane went after him. It's just kind of going after a guy, not going after a guy, but apparently Dennis only picked us to win 2 games. And
yeah. Oh yeah.
Shane's apparently saying you're probably being miserable, and
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Dak Joyner thing, which, by the way, I do want to clarify that I said that that was his last game. I mean, it was the last game of the season. I guess he could be. It's confusing. Yeah, he could come back. It's confusing with COVID and who's got eligibility and who doesn't. He's a redshirt junior, so he could be back, certainly. Either way, didn't mean that his Gamecock career is done.
What, technically,
right.
He's what? Technically, was he just finished his redshirt?
He was a redshirt junior this season, so I mean he's got another year either way. He's got I messed up there. I had a brain fart. Either way though, I mean I'll tell you, man.
It's confusing.
I mean I'll be honest. I you talk about that he stuck it out, and I agree with you, man, because I said on multiple occasions that I think it would have been in his best interest probably to transfer 2 or 3 years ago, but thank goodness he didn't. And obviously being a Gamecock means a lot to him, and being a Gamecock means a lot to him, and it's just so well deserved for a guy like that. So well deserved for a guy like that. And again, what he did, showing the athleticism, and he can obviously throw the ball. I mean, I know we doubted the throwing ability, but that bomb on that first touchdown to Jaheim Bell, an absolute dime. Just a magical day, man. It just at some point in that game yesterday, I looked at my dad. I said, it just kind of feels like one of those days. Like it feels like it's one of those days for us today. You get the vibe in games early, right? Man, this is our day, or it's not going to be our day. And sometimes your feeling isn't always accurate and true, but a lot of times it is. And I just early in that game, I was like, man, this kind of just feels like one of our days. Like it's just everything's kind of going our way, and So
it just seemed like to me. From me listening to it from a different perspective, it just felt like North Carolina could never get going.
Yeah.
I mean,
defense played outstanding. Our defensive line by far played their best game of the season. That was insane. That was insane.
Yeah, and just North Carolina's last touchdown, it was like a gadget play. It wasn't even
right.
It was after we came and scored out come out at halftime. I think we scored a touchdown opening drive of the second half. Then they came out and had to score on the gadget play, I think. So they just can never, get going. And it seemed like to me real quick, it seemed like it was mostly going in black in the stands, from what I could tell.
Yeah. Incredible stuff, man. I mean, all facets of the game. You performed in all facets, and it was a great team win. And obviously, you could tell the Gamecocks were, for as much grief as we've given some of the coaches on the staff, I thought the team was very well prepared. I mean, I thought the offensive game plan was beautiful. The execution was obviously better than it's been all season. What did you rack up? 500 or almost 600 yards of offense, 543, which is nuts. I mean, it's just nuts. If you'd have told me that before the game, I'd have laughed in your face.
And I know, and it's just it was kind of funny to me. I know it's the first year, new coaching staff and whatnot. But I'm listening to the game, and I'm like, where has this output been? I'm not, crazy expectations, but it was just where your best output of the season, and it's, I don't know. I mean, I'll take it. It's just and just, I'm going to, probably get out of here. I'm going to say, they're probably not even watching, but I just want to say thanks to guys Kevin Harris and Parker White, Nick Muse, and Dak Joyner, if he decides to, which I personally I don't think he'll leave, but guys like Nick Muse and Kevin Harris and Parker White for helping lay the foundation.
Yeah, very, very well put. Very well put indeed, man. Those guys did.
And Parker White was a freaking former walk-on.
Yeah. Yeah, and a guy that I literally predicted him to lose his job going into the second year. So, yeah, the come-up has been very real for a lot of our guys and this team, obviously. So it was, special things are happening, man. Special things are happening. I think for sure. The future of Gamecocks football feels very bright, at least at this moment.
And maybe I don't know what other running backs we have coming in next year, but as of right now, it's Marshawn and Juju.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, those guys can get an opportunity next year.
Yeah, no doubt. No, I feel good with those guys too. John, appreciate you calling in, my guy. Always a pleasure.
Yeah,
and let's continue to celebrate. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. Appreciate your support throughout the year.
No problem. All right.
Appreciate you, John. Take care, my man. 843-790-3377, guys. Continuing to take your questions, your comments, and your calls. I got a couple of questions here. People saying, how you feeling today, Chris? I feel actually much better than I probably deserve. Now, I feel good. Feel great. I don't know if it's I'm still on cloud 9 from what happened yesterday or it's all the water that I've drank this morning, but and the coffee. But either way, no, feel good. Now I feel really good, man. Woke up and just still excited, honestly, from yesterday. But yeah, we had a good time last night. We packed it in kind of early, though. I think that's really what was my saving grace last night. But no, I had a blast. So had a blast. No, again, guys, my apologies on the Dak Joyner thing. I don't know, for some reason, in my head for a second, I was like, oh, that was his final game, but it's not unless he announces something differently. It's not. So Dak Joyner will be back next year. So again, guys, I want to continue to hear from you. Happy New Year's Eve to you all. What an exciting day today, by the way, just for fans of college football, with the college football playoff taking place later today. Guess what? 3:30 is Alabama-Cincinnati. Is that the 3:30 game? And then 7:30, I believe, is Georgia and Michigan. So going to be a fun day of watching ball. Obviously, New Year's Eve, a very cool holiday. Yeah, let's celebrate it one more time and do the damn thing. For sure. Let's take this call here.
Brian Lattimore.
Brian, what's going on, my friend? How are you?
Happy Friday, Chris.
Happy Friday, man. Happy Friday indeed. What a Friday it is.
Hey, can we just take a moment of silence just for a couple of seconds to appreciate the fact that this is a Victory Friday and not a, Therapy Friday.
Yeah, the contrary. Yeah, no, what a great way to close the year, right? What a great way to close the year.
I think you're underselling it.
Yeah.
Great doesn't describe what we saw yesterday.
Yeah. It was like a dream. It really, I had to wake up this morning and kind of pinch myself. It's like that actually happened. I mean, I thought there was certainly a way. We talked about it a couple of days ago, and I thought there was a way for South Carolina to win the game, certainly, but it would take them doing a lot of things we had not seen them done, like run the ball, stop the run, get effective or at least consistent quarterback play, and hit some big plays, some explosives. And I mean, again, I thought there was a path to victory, but to win the game and do it the way you did. I mean, you're up 18-0 after the first quarter. Again, dream scenario, and just so happy for Shane Beamer and, all the guys on the team, and especially the seniors and guys who played their last ball game yesterday, especially after closing the season, the regular season, in such frustrating fashion against your arch rival. Just unbelievable, man. Like you said, it's words don't do justice how special it was what we watched yesterday.
I mean, we could talk the football statistics, all day long, but at the end of the day, the difference in that game was the intangibles. The culture, the excitement, the motivation is the three that come to my mind when I think about it.
Yeah, I don't think that should be undersold, man. I don't think that should be, understated. Again, keeping guys motivated and keeping them fired up and excited, and and locking in on a bowl game when all the country's trying to tell you, bowl games don't matter, they're not important, and you have guys opt out, and but everybody in the country, right, it's just telling you, these games don't matter, they're not important. So that can creep into a locker room and creep into a player's head. And so kudos just to Shane Beamer, kudos to Marcus Satterfield, God forbid, kudos to Clayton White for keeping this team locked in and fired up and excited. You know what? You can sit here until you're blue in the face and say bowl games don't matter, but somebody's got to win them. So I'd rather be the team that's on the winning side than on the losing side. I mean, I feel like that's obvious, but, ask Tennessee or Florida or Mizzou or Auburn. Ask them how their fans feel. You know what I mean? So, yeah, job well done getting this team ready to play and getting them ready to play their best football.
Yeah, definitely. Dude, when Bill caught that first touchdown pass, the environment, I can only imagine how you felt being there in the stadium. It reminded me, I can't think of a moment that describes it more than going back to like 2017 in the season opener against NC State when Debo ran one back on the first play of the game. That's kind of what it reminded me of. That's kind of how I felt in the moment.
Yeah, it's that was insane. And again, we've heard the rumors about Jaheim Bell possibly sliding out next year and being purely a receiver instead of a tight end. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea. So, yeah, I mean, the dude's he's a specimen. He's a freak. He's so quick, so agile. And, I mean, it was just exciting because you know what it reminded me of? This is going way back. but it reminded me of Blake Mitchell to Noah Whiteside. First touchdown of the Spurrier era, the night game Thursday against UCF in 05. And because it was almost like, oh my God, I can't believe we can do that. Like I feel like it's been so long. I was joking with the guy sitting next to me about, we were just running for 5 yards a pop. Like it was just no big deal. And I turned to them jokingly and just said, a month ago it felt like grinding teeth just to get a gain. You know what I mean? Just to move the ball at all. And so to see us hitting big plays down the field and Kevin Harris running through wide open gaps, and I mean, it was astonishing. Truly, it was astonishing, really.
Speaking of Kevin Harris, I remember talking about him a couple of days ago with you as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think we threw out a couple numbers. I think I said something about he needs at least 100 yards. I'm not even sure if that's enough. He might need 150. 182.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I said
Can we
that.
just appreciate that for a moment?
Yeah, I mean, I said that when I went on ESPN Upstate just a couple of days ago, and they asked me, who on the Gamecocks offense has to ball out for South Carolina to have a chance to win the game. And at my first, without hesitation, the name to me was Kevin Harris. And I was like, he's going to have a 160, 170-ish type of game on the ground. And sure enough, it's wild what happens when you can run the football. It's incredible, right? So, yeah, kudos to Kevin Harris. Obviously, he's declared for the NFL draft, and he's played his last game in garnet and black. And you know what? I mean, listen, the shelf life of running backs is short. I don't think there's many people that do have, any issue with his decision, but the shelf life of a running back is short, and I'm glad he's going to go get after it. But what a way to go out in your South Carolina career. That was a fantastic game.
Yeah, I fully expect him to have a Mike Davis type of career in the NFL. I mean, I don't see any reason why he can't.
Yeah.
I mean, dude's got the body, he's got the work ethic. As long as he can stay healthy, I appreciate everything that man's done, because he did not come in highly recruited, and he well exceeded any expectations ever set.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you 110% again. I think the future of Gamecocks football across the board is bright, man. I'm excited to see this offense evolve. I guess now we'll turn our attention to, or at least maybe start tomorrow, whatever. We're going to celebrate this one today. But, what happens with the coaching staff? Again, I know that's always when you get into the off season, quote unquote, the off season, that's one of the top storylines. So, but I don't know, man. I don't know if Marcus Satterfield was fighting for an extension or a pay raise or what he was fighting for, but execution was great. Play calling was great. I mean, it was just, everything was clicking. Everything was clicking.
Yeah, I was going to wait on your approval to go into the Marcus Satterfield topic. So you kind of walked me.
Yeah, I think what else can you do other than tip your cap? I mean, I know a guy like Coach Ford's probably punching air today, but I mean, we all want to see the same thing, right? It's not you were wrong, I was right. Like, we all just want to see South Carolina win at the end of the day. Put the pettiness aside. But you got to tip your cap, man. I mean, that was, making the decision to go. Can we just also, like you were mentioning, Shane Beamer, can we acknowledge make the decision to go with Dak Joyner? I mean, legendary move. You could have just stuck with Zeb, and no disrespect to Zeb, but I mean, what a move that was, and it paid off greatly. And again, we looked very prepared on offense, and the game plan was fantastic. So, yeah, all parties involved, man, had a hell of a day.
Yeah, it's one of those things, just in general, when you talk about offensive coordinators, every one of them has bad days. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. Sometimes you just get out-schemed, whatever the case may be. But what makes a great offensive coordinator is being able to grow and adapt from it. And, throughout the season, I think we've kind of seen that, right? We've had moments where we looked great. We've had moments where we looked horrible. But, after 12 games, we got a little bit of time to kind of sit down and evaluate our roster even further. And at this point, he knows what he's got. There's no excuses there. You can't say, well, I didn't know we had this guy sitting on the bench that played quarterback in high school and he was recruited as a 4-star quarterback. You know that. You know that at this point. And, he dug into his pockets. He said, look, we've been doing this all season long. We've had our struggles. Let's try something different. Let's go into this game with a game plan, see what happens. That I don't know. It's just something that's unspeakable. You have to tip your cap in the fact that he's able to take a risk like that and to see it come to full fruition is just amazing. I appreciate it. Let's put it that way. I think he's earned his spot as the offensive coordinator next year. Like I said, unless, God forbid, Shane Beamer has a slam dunk hire. But I don't think Pete Lembo looked any better than Marcus Satterfield did yesterday. So
right,
take that for what you will.
Yeah. Shane Beamer after the game, by the way, saying that, and this is from David Cloninger, paraphrasing. So Shane Beamer said, "All I've heard for a month is why I'm not making any changes or firing this guy or that guy." 543 yards of offense today. He said, quote, "I hope that's a great answer for you right there. That's why." So, I mean, I don't know. It does sound like
you don't
Saddle
make
be
a comment
back.
like that if you plan on making a change.
Right. It does sound like to me Satterfield will be back. And again, I think a lot of what you saw yesterday, and we moved to 2022 and talking about Spencer Rattler and how he's going to impact this offense. Spencer Rattler has mobility, and I will go ahead and get this out of the way. By the way, I don't think Dak Joyner is going to compete to be QB1 next year. I just, you're bringing in Spencer Rattler to be the dude. Now, I think using him in packages would be obviously very smart, but again, I think Spencer Rattler gives you a lot of the same mobility that you saw from Dak Joyner. So I think he's going to flourish in this offense. If you can get consistent blocking and run the football, yeah, I think you can do some really good things with the system that Satterfield has in place. So it'll be interesting to see, though, the next couple of weeks, next couple of months, how they sort of adjust and, if any changes are made, I guess you could say.
Over the past 2 or 3 years, I've wanted to gouge my eyes out every time I see Dak Joyner come out to quarterback. And that's not anything because of Dak Joyner. It's just because of the way the coaching staff has utilized him. We all know he can throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, consistency is a question, right? How consistent can he be in the starting role? But it's not like we don't know that he can throw the ball down the field. Give him opportunities. That's always been my gripe is if you don't give him the opportunities, the defense is going to sell out on it every single time until you hit that one pass down the field where the defense says, oh, wow, that guy can actually throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what happened to UNC. They saw Dak Joyner come in. Oh, he's probably going to run the ball, if they even prepare for him at all.
Mm-hmm.
He throws the ball down the field. We hit a touchdown strike. We never look back.
Indeed.
And that's confidence, too.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he hits that touchdown throw. If he misses that throw, you never know how the game goes.
Mm-hmm.
It's always great to hit that first one.
Yeah, that was a dime, man. That was a dime. That was a dime for sure.
Can't throw it any better.
No.
So, there's a lot of things that kind of played into what we saw yesterday. But, just the fact that they gave him the opportunity is something I've been waiting on for years.
Yeah.
Because I think if he'd been given the opportunity before, we might have had an extra, something we could throw in our offense. But the fact that you bring him in every play to go run the ball, defenses just sell out on it. You get nothing out of it.
Yeah.
It's not even a threat.
Yeah, like I said, he made the most of his opportunity for sure, man. It was just great to see. Dak Joyner's a guy we're all pulling for because of his story and sticking it out and wanting to be a Gamecock, and it couldn't have happened to a better dude.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I definitely thought was surprising, Josh Vann didn't have a single reception yesterday. Pretty much, other than punt returns, which he didn't really get anything there, non-existent in the game.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting. It was just the Jaheim Bell show. The Jaheim Bell show. So we even saw Marion Brown make some plays. It was, some days the ball finds you and some days it doesn't. But, thankfully we so again, you can make the point. We did what we did with the offensive output without Josh Vann even touching it. So, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's one of those things, people are talking about whether he's going to go pro or not. I think he's got a kid, so, that obviously might be a deciding factor for him, but I don't see him as a top 5 or even top 10 receiver, going into the NFL next year. So it's hard to see, him leave after that, especially that performance where he just did nothing. So I'm really hoping he decides to give it another year, kind of see what we can do with him. With a real threat at quarterback next year, hopefully he could do him some good with his draft stock.
Hey, all of a sudden, man, the quarterback room has gone from a major question mark to a strength. So it's wild.
Very wild. Yeah, I just want to take a moment to appreciate, what we saw yesterday. Because, man, we all talked about it all week. Borderline 10-point underdogs. Not a lot of people gave us a chance in the game, and we saw what we were building here, and is something that the outsiders a lot of times don't see until it starts happening.
Hmm.
So I think we're kind of ahead of that curve. It's happening. We're just waiting on everybody to kind of start taking notice. I think that's happened.
Mhm.
I think people are starting to take notice.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't think there's many teams, and again, I know, it's just the Duke's Mayo Bowl, what have you, but I don't think there's many teams that are going to come into spring practice and go into a 2022 football season with more momentum than South kind of has right now, more positive momentum. Just coupling, Shane Beamer massively overachieving, I would say, in year one, winning your bowl game, adding Spencer Rattler and Austin Stogner in the portal. A lot of positive momentum around Gamecocks football. So it's as I say in my personal life, the joy is in the journey, and certainly I think that's the same can be said for South Carolina. It's going to be a lot of fun to follow this thing and watch this thing continue to grow and build under Beamer's leadership.
For sure. Hey, man, enjoy your therapy Friday. Your Victory Friday, not Therapy Friday. I guess it's Therapy Friday for the women's basketball. But
yeah,
Victory Friday for football.
That's unfortunate, but hey, we're still going to win it all. It is what it is. Just a slight hiccup, whatever. I hate that it was to Mizzou because we all hate them. But no, yeah, they'll be fine. But yeah, either way, man, I appreciate you calling in. Always a pleasure. And again, I do want to say appreciate your support all throughout the year. Hope you have a fantastic New Year, my friend.
You as well, my friend. 7-6. Let's go, Cox.
Let's go. Appreciate it, man. 843-790-3377. I know we missed a call earlier, so if you'd like to call back in, I certainly do want to hear from you. How about, by the way, Shane Beamer bodying Dennis Dodd from CBS? I mean, what a just. And Dodd deleted the tweet. It said, my God, we've reached the point we're hyping up a condiment being poured on an adult male.
Justin.
To accept,
Shane Beamer said suck it. All right, let's jump
send
to
a
the phone lines.
voicemail, press 2.
Justin, what's going on, man? How are you?
Not much. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing well, my friend. I'm doing well. Happy New Year's Eve to you, by the way.
Same to you, my brother. Hey, Chris, I was at the game yesterday, my friend.
Yeah, what a game, man. What a game, what a day. Again, it still feels like a dream. I'm on cloud nine. It's unreal, man. It's absolutely unreal, and just can't say enough good things. And I'm so excited for the future of Gamecocks football. It's such a different feeling than we had last year or 2 years ago or whatever. Incredible, man. Incredible. I don't know that any of us saw it playing out that way, but thank goodness it did.
Oh yeah, hey Chris, I enjoyed myself the game because I didn't see South with both at Farming ever,
Yeah, no, that was the first time I've ever seen South Carolina win a bowl game. That was the first time I've seen South Carolina win at B of A since 2017. So, again, when you're, as I mentioned before, when you're the Gamecocks and you've won now just 10 bowl games in your history, anytime, again, in my opinion, when you can add to your school's trophy case, I don't care if it's the Duke's Mayo Bowl or it's the national championship. I don't care what it is. When you can add to the trophy case, in my opinion, that's still a big deal. That is a big deal. So, awesome, man. It's awesome. Going to add that trophy to the trophy case, and what a day. What a day.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Chris, and thing about this is it's good to beat North Carolina because you have beat these guys for almost a decade now,
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. No, it feels like UNC has gotten the better of you, not just in football, too. Not just in football for some reason. So, to get our revenge on Mac Brown and Sam Howell, of course, them beating us in that building in 2019, for us to get our revenge. And, again, like I said, not to make it just about me or anything like that, but just on a personal level, it's just crazy, the last time being there against UNC, a terrible loss, the fire must chant video, the direction of things. And so to be leaving B of A yesterday with the complete opposite feeling, celebrating with Gamecock fans, and just words don't even do it justice, man.
Yep, that's true, Chris. And Chris, the thing about that back in 2017, Chris, I was hooked too,
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, for sure. It was things, like I said, things are much different now. So it's feels good to be good. Like I said, feels good to be good.
Oh yeah. Hey Chris, before I go, man, Chris, I had a good time with you. It was my first time meeting you back in 2021,
You said what now?
It was my first time meeting you in 2021.
Yeah, dude, it
That
was.
my first time meeting you, you know.
Yeah, no, it was, man. That was awesome. And I appreciate you again, your love and support throughout the year, my friend. And we're on to even bigger and better in 2022. But you know, you're always welcome. You're always welcome at my tailgate, wherever we're at, the TSUS tailgate. You're always welcome, my friend. Truly appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome, Chris. And Chris, you know, I look like we accomplished a lot of things, my brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did. And that's why, you know, I guess I think you guys probably heard me say this a couple of days ago, but if you didn't, surprise, because normally what I do is, and I normally drop the show on New Year's Eve, but of course, because of the game being yesterday, today's show is, you know, full recap, breakdown, whatever, celebration, if you will. Going to have a special podcast drop tomorrow. And one, I just, you know, I don't have to do it, but I like doing it. I love at the end of each year taking time to sit down and reflect on the year that was. And so, yeah, we'll talk about on the podcast that drops tomorrow, just top moments from the year and really take a moment to appreciate and look back on all the great things that happened, whether it be with business, whether it be just specifically on the field with the Gamecocks, whatever it is. But again, man, I just thank you to you, you know, your support. Without, you know, your support and others, you know, wouldn't have all those great moments. So no, it was a heck of a year, man. It was a heck of a year, certainly. And like I said, cannot wait to see what 2022's got in store for us all.
Yeah, me too, Chris. Hey, Chris, hopefully next year, hopefully Sock can make the playoffs one of these days, you know?
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Yeah, I'll tell you this, as much fun as it was watching us play yesterday, hopefully one of these years we're playing today in the playoffs. So, but hey, we're building. It's just the beginning, man. That's the beautiful thing. It's just the beginning. We just finished year one. So, sky's the limit. And, you know, Shane Beamer has said it, that we can accomplish anything we want at South Carolina. That's why he came here. That's why he wanted the job. And I believe him. I truly do believe him right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, Chris, that's all I said, man.
Justin, like I said, man, I appreciate you. Happy New Year's Eve to you. Happy New Year's. Again, thank you so much for your love and support in 2021, my friend.
Same to you, Chris. We'll talk again probably with the basketball playoffs start, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Hey, SEC play starts Tuesday next week, so we're into basketball now. But, yeah, man, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Take care. Happy New Year's to you and yours, my friend. Good stuff. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. So I know I've got a caller I keep missing. If you want to call back in right now, you can, or after the break. By the way, I see my guy Dalton Hines commenting about the Mayo. So, Dalton, you're going to be upset with me, okay? But I am a man of my word. Because the Mayo will be consumed, but it will not be consumed on the Daily Crow. Here's the reason. Obviously, you had a fun night last night celebrating the game, whatever. Didn't think about going to the store until this morning. Went down the road to the gas station where I live. They only had Hellmann's mayonnaise. And we had about 25 minutes or so, 30 minutes before the Daily Crow. I didn't want to push it and go to the store and be late.
Call from
Tyler.
So I'm going to go later today.
To accept,
and I'm going to get it, I promise.
To send a voicemail.
Tyler, what's going on, my friend? How are you?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. First-time caller. How are you?
I appreciate that, Tyler. Appreciate it, man. I'm doing very well. Feels good to be good. And what the last 24 hours it's been, man. But, again, appreciate you. Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year, Chris, man. Yeah, I'm actually watching the Tax Slayer Bowl right now, and they just showed a graphic. 5-1 SEC. Feels good to be good. That one is us.
That one is us. Yeah. One victory for the SEC.
Right.
We've got the SEC on our backs right now. So, you know what? I wouldn't – that's certainly going to change today because, I mean, Alabama and Georgia are not both losing. But I think they're actually both going to win. But, I was going to say I wouldn't mind it just being us that wins. It'd be awesome. So, would be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, I was just calling in. So I wanted to ask for your thoughts. I don't know if you watched the player post game stuff or whatever. I saw Dak Joyner was on there, and I don't know if you saw him, but he actually said when Justin Stepp got there. Shout out Justin Stepp. Stepp went to Pillion. I went to Pillion. So,
nice.
So he said that when Justin Stepp got in there, Justin Stepp spoke with some of, I believe he said, previous coaches, and previous coaches downplayed him. He's like, oh yeah, I mean, he's got some issues he's got to work on. He's just not too great or whatever. And Justin Stepp was like, oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. And then he just decided to ignore them and evaluate Dak Joyner himself. And I was like, man, that is some high school just garbage. Like, like, oh yeah, it's like just a toxic way to even think about that stuff. Like, let the guy evaluate him himself. Like, what kind of, like, it just goes to show you getting the right people in the right places and getting the negative people out of there. And getting somebody like him up in there, that's the same kind of mentality that Beamer has to really, really get the best out of these players. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I thought what was telling too is I think Dak Joyner, I'm going to be paraphrasing, but he basically said that, he was thinking about kind of just packing it in on football, and Justin Stepp really, revitalized and changed his career. So you just love to see that, man. And again, it speaks to the job well done that this entire coaching staff has done and getting the most out of their players. And we talked about that's why you hired Shane Beamer, right? Was to get the most out of the talent you had, because we felt like we had good players. We felt like we had some, at least some pretty decent players, good enough players to get to a bowl game at least. And so to see a guy like Dakereon Joyner finally get utilized, a guy that I think we all agree was his talents were brutally mismanaged by the last coaching staff. To finally see it work out for him, man, is it's incredible. I know we're all pulling for him.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. And it's wild, just getting the most out of these players to get them to a bowl game. And I was just reflecting on it, man. It is, I don't know if I know you're doing like a podcast, I don't know, tomorrow or something like that. Like, it is wild to think about the ball bouncing the right way. Like, I mean, think about Vanderbilt, the last drive.
Oh,
We
yeah.
wouldn't have been able to play North Carolina without that drive. And you think about ECU. I mean, Parker White bailing us out. Like, we wouldn't have been in a bowl game. And then think about it, just a centimeter away from that Auburn player's knee, we wouldn't be, I mean, chance might not be going to a bowl game. And then, I mean, just the ball bouncing the right way it's wild to even think about. Like, that we're waking up today and we've got this high and this optimism gone. Man, just like a sliver away, something could have gone, just bounced the other way, and we might not have been feeling the way we're feeling today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's wild.
It is nuts, man, when you look back and, you stay so present moment in not just sports, but life also, when you look back at all the little things that add up to be the big things and, throughout the season and things that had to happen for us to get to where we are today.
Yeah,
it is wild. It truly is wild.
Yeah, for sure. Other thing I was just going to say, and I'll let you go, is I really enjoyed Shane Beamer going on the internet to slay the queen of the negative Nancy's of whatever that guy was who predicted us going 2 wins or whatever. So, absolutely amazing to see.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. I'll let you get back to it.
Tyler, I appreciate you, my man. Again, Happy New Year, and appreciate your love and support all throughout 2021.
Absolutely, man. Hoping for great things this next year, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Take care, my friend. Great stuff. Again, we're taking your questions, your comments, your calls, guys, at 843-790-3377. We are going to jump in our first break. What a day. What a day, man. What a day. We could have been chatting here on New Year's Eve, and it been a little bit different. This thing could have gone a couple different ways. Very happy with how it's going today. Very happy. Again, like I told you, Dalton, I will be consuming mayo later today, though. Not on the Daily Crow, but I will be consuming mayo. Heck, I'm thinking about getting a sub for lunch. So I'm a huge pub sub guy, like massive pub sub guy. But I will be making a video, so do not fret. Do not fret. It will happen. It will happen. But again, folks, thank you so much. I just can't say enough good things. You guys, the love and support throughout 2021 has been absolutely incredible. Like I said, we've still got a ton to get into here on a Friday. I think it was P-Dawk, my guy P-Dawk, who's tuned in, commenting. Appreciate you, P-Dawk, that asked me over under 8.5 wins for next season. Right, we're already turning our attention and looking ahead to the 2022 season. Over under 8.5. I don't know. I don't know. I'll give my full thoughts on that, guys. Much more. Again, I want to continue to hear from you. Your questions, your comments, your calls, and more on the other side of the break. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back here on a Friday, 843-790-3377. Continuing to take your questions, your comments, your calls, and more here on a Victory Friday as we continue to talk about what happened yesterday. What a day, what a game. The Gamecocks are your 2021 Dukes Mayo Bowl champions. Feels good to say that, man. Feels good to say that for sure. Let's see. We got a couple questions here in the TDC Questions channel. Want to get to these in the Big Cock Club Discord. Let's see. Elvis DMD. My guy commenting, can you give the thoughts on Rattler running the offense we saw yesterday? Yeah, I'm very excited for it. I'm very, very, very excited for it. I think that Rattler brings a lot of the mobility that you saw from Dak Joyner, which watching Dak Joyner's mobility, I mean, that was the game changer in the ballgame. How many plays were there yesterday where, I love Zeb Nolan, but he would have been sacked, right? It would have been a negative play. And his ability to just roll out, move the pocket, get out of the pocket, and make an accurate throw, it was huge. It was huge. So, no, I think Spencer Rattler does bode well in that offensive scheme, that offensive system. I think throwing to a guy like Jaheim Bell, having hopefully Josh Vann back, adding a guy like Landon Sampson, Dak Joyner doing the damn thing at the wide receiver position. I think it bodes very well. Again, I think Spencer Rattler will improve us exponentially just with the addition of himself. So really looking forward to QB1 joining the football team. Looking forward to it for sure. Let's see. Michael Festa, yeah, just shoot me a DM. I can actually send you the song if you want from the whole music. I can send you the song, no doubt. Yeah, appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, if you'd have told me, Sholin, that Josh Vann would have had 0 catches and the Gamecocks would have scored 38 points, I probably would have said you were crazy. I probably said you were crazy. By the way, we knew something had to give, right? The Gamecocks had been porous offensively all year, and UNC had been terrible defensively. So we knew something had to give. And certainly enough, it was the Gamecocks offense having a freaking field day. Sholin also says, so I hope Josh comes back next year. Does Bell move to wide receiver? Again, that's been the hot rumor. And I mean, how could he not? You know what I mean? I think he's just too, I'm not saying you can't make the tight end an integral part, of your passing game. But I think on the outside's where he needs to be because I think he's a mismatch. I think he's a real mismatch. And you can put him in a lot of different ways, right? You can use him in a lot of different ways. But, yeah, I think a move out to wide receiver, move to outside, I think that would make a lot of sense for Jaheim Bell because he's a guy, again, man, he needs to touch the football. I mean, bottom line, he needs to touch the football. Absolutely. So, let's see. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3372. I think it was my guy P-Dawk that asked me earlier, by the way. Over under 8.5 wins for the Gamecocks in 2022. Now, I will say this, guys. Really excited because, again, I'm going to sit down and obviously we're going to flip the calendar and plan out content, all that good stuff going into the 2022 year. But I'm really excited. Next week, I will actually lock in because, again, a lot of you have asked about 2022 and expectations and what's going to happen. I will give my way too early predictions for the 2022 season. I also, Sholin, would agree with you that, again, my guy P-Dawk, over under 8.5 wins. I would take the under. I don't want to overreact to one game, right? I don't think fans, we should all of a sudden go into 2022 with expectations of, we're going to compete for, an SEC championship. It's like, you've still got to build. We've still got to build depth across the board. You do lose key players. I will tell you this, though. I think in an SEC East that's going to be, very, very, you'll be very able to navigate it, I think. I mean, outside of Georgia, everybody's beatable. I think the Gamecocks can finish second in the East. I think it's very possible. I think it's very, very possible. I mean, I think Florida and a first-year coach isn't going to be all that great. Kentucky's obviously been a thorn in our side, and you got to go to their place, but that's a winnable game, obviously. Mizzou, extremely winnable at home. Vandy's Vandy. So there's going to be a chance there. There's going to be a chance to finish second or at least third at worst in the SEC East. But I would go under. I think, again, you start talking 9-3, 10-2, maybe a little aggressive, but either way, it feels good to be good, and it feels good to be going in 2022 with such insane momentum. It's just great. Sean O'Brien, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you tuning in. Michael Samuels, what's up? Luke RJ says, how many years to play does Rattler have? Well, listen, I think he could technically play for like 3, but he's not going to. I mean, this is an NFL guy, right? And I could be wrong, but I think ideally how you want the season to go next year is he balls out. He, has an incredible season and is a high draft pick, first round pick, second round pick, whatever. And he plays his 1 year for Carolina and goes on to the league. And that would be a massive positive for us guys. A massive positive because, again, having a player like that go to the draft, that's a very big deal for Salkin. And, again, something you can continue to sell on the recruiting trail, right? Because if I'm a big-time quarterback, and, of course, I have aspirations, right, of playing in the NFL, and then you tell me, hey, the Gamecocks haven't had a quarterback drafted since 1989, well, that's probably going to deter me from wanting to go there. So the Spencer Rattler thing, man, it's just going to be huge in that regard because now it's just going to prove, and maybe it'll open the eyes of all these or catch the attention of all these 5-star quarterbacks, and they can say, hey, I can go there and get to the league, right? Change the narrative around the quarterback position at USC. So, again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Again, guys, what's turning into one of my favorite New Year's Eve traditions. I don't know about you guys if you go out or do whatever, but I really honestly, because again, when you're staying present moment, right? When you're staying present moment, I don't spend a lot of time sitting and dwelling, and not even dwelling, but just not being in the present moment and looking back and looking at what happened. And I'm going to interject because we got a call.
Robbie Davis, a.k.a. Kirk.
We got to make sure he says it with his chest.
Press 1.
Robbie, what's going on, my friend? Appreciate you calling in. Hey, make sure you say it with your chest so all the Gamecock fans can hear you. But happy Friday, my friend. Happy New Year. What's up?
Happy New Year to you, and Happy New Year to everyone in the live chat.
Yes, indeed. Happy to have you call in.
I was not expecting Dak Joyner to be the, I guess you could say, starting quarterback yesterday morning. So when I saw him at quarterback, I took a double take. I did not see that coming whatsoever.
Yeah, and that was something, Robbie, that I actually had heard on Monday. Had a guy, one of my guys, if you will, that's basically with Gamecocks football. He is with Gamecocks football. It's not basically, he is. Yeah, right. He kind of let me know earlier in the week, hey, man, Dak Joyner at quarterback. So, it was one of those things, obviously, everybody kept hush-hush. But, heard, at least saw the smoke around it. And, that was wild. I think it certainly caught UNC by surprise.
Yeah, I could tell that they looked a little flustered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They were not expecting Dak Joyner to be the starting quarterback yesterday.
Mm-hmm. And certainly you pull that type of thing, especially against the UNC defense that already hadn't been good. So.
Right. And yesterday morning was great, but yesterday evening, not so great because the girls lost last night.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough, for sure.
I see it as a blessing, though. Hear me out. I see it as a blessing, though, okay? Here's why I see it as a blessing with us losing to Mizzou. Because now there's no pressure. There's literally no pressure. We already got the loss out of the way. Now there's no pressure. None. Just go out there on Thursday, whenever Mizzou comes to the real Columbia, and give them a butt cutting that they very well deserve.
Yeah.
And we will prove to Mizzou that yesterday was a fluke.
Yeah. I think we'll be fine, man. I mean, I would have loved to have seen us have an undefeated season, and I really just hate that the loss was to Mizzou because we really hate them in women's basketball.
Before, it's hard to go undefeated in college basketball. It's hard.
I mean,
Like
there's a reason that
said,
nobody does it, pretty much. Yeah,
I mean, like I told you also before, like all it takes is for your favorite team to have a bad day, and the next thing you know, you end up losing, and that's what happened last night.
Yeah. Robbie, this is so off the topic, but people are dying to know in the chat. Any cat troubles this morning for you? Did the cats leave you alone?
The cat, no cat trouble, no cat.
Good. Glad to hear it.
My cousin started talking junk to me yesterday before the game was even over, even though obviously it was over.
Mm-hmm.
And my cousin, he said one of the things that he said, and I was like, dude, this is what makes you sound so stupid being a Tar Heel fan. I said, one, you're basically blaming the players because the players aren't that good, and you're also blaming your head coach. That has nothing to do with it. Just face the fact that the ACC is trash.
Right.
Outside of Clemson, the ACC is trash.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. I don't think the ACC is very good. I certainly don't think the ACC is very good. But no, I'm glad you were able to give your cousin or whatever a good ribbing, if you will. So talking some junk to him.
All I did was text him the score. I just said 38-21, and then he just took it from there. And I was like, I'm just gonna let you just talk your trash because I already did what I was gonna do. I told you what was gonna happen, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
And we did exactly what I said we needed to do. We put pressure on Sam Howell, doggone it. We put pressure on him, put him on his keister multiple times.
Mm-hmm. Put him on his keister, indeed. Put him on his keister, indeed.
And we did that, and our run defense probably played the best it's played all year. So I was kind of shocked when I saw that happening a little bit. And if it was me with this whole Jaheim Bell thing, by the way, that's like people saying like putting him in the slot or whatever, I would say put him wherever you need to put him. Don't just put him at wide receiver. Like when I found out he was a tight end, he don't even look like a tight end. He looks more like a running back, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. So if it was me, I would just be like, okay, you're going to be the Swiss Army knife of our offense. We're just going to put you somewhere and go from there. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. No, dude, absolutely. Yeah, I think he's like the Swiss Army knife of your offense, which is a great thing. This is a great thing. So, no, absolutely, man. Like you said, it's all about scoring points and moving the ball. So, all about scoring points and moving the ball. Yeah. So, do whatever you got to do to make that happen. So,
yeah, like you can put him in the slot, put him on the outside, put him at tight end because that's obviously where he's at normally. And I think you could sneak him in there and have him tailback. Or just put him somewhere to figure out a way to put the ball into his hands because he has shown this season that he is an absolute baller.
Yeah.
And in the open space, you might as well forget about it. Because he burnt that safety kind of the way I like my grilled cheeses, a little burnt. But he was really burnt.
I haven't had a good grilled cheese in a while, Robbie. You just reminded me of that. I really haven't. It's been a long time since I had a good grilled cheese.
So the best way to eat a grilled cheese is with some Miracle Whip on it, though.
I've never done that.
Oh yeah. You've never had a grilled cheese with Miracle Whip on it?
I can't say that. I have.
Miracle Whip mayonnaise.
Can't say that I have.
You've never done that? Yeah. You've never had the Zaxby's cheddar bites in Zax sauce. You've never had a grilled cheese with Miracle Whip mayonnaise. What in the world is wrong with you?
I'm sorry to let you down, Robbie. I'm sorry to let you down.
No, you did. Trust me. I have cousins that they don't put salt and pepper in their grits. They put sugar in their grits. I'm like, you crazy?
Oh, wow.
I don't know. No, I put salt and pepper in my grits, not sugar. Nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
But,
me and my homies, all we use is Duke's mayo, my guy. Everything. So big Duke's mayo guy
dude,
now.
I love me some mayonnaise. I'll use whatever I got in the refrigerator. I don't care if it's Miracle Whip mayonnaise or Duke's mayonnaise, but I prefer Duke's mayonnaise. But anywho, so we lost. We lost the basketball game last night. Won the bowl game. Tennessee should have won yesterday, but they got beat by Purdue
Love to see it.
in overtime.
Love to see it.
Huh?
Said love to see it. You
Yeah.
love to see it.
So yeah, and Clemson got lucky in my opinion. They got lucky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they
Okay,
did.
'cause
They were fortunate.
they-
They were fortunate. No,
They
no
should have
doubt.
lost.
Yeah.
But I'm really just excited to see where we go from here with the football team, because like I've also said before, you could see it slowly happening that Beamer's building something very, very special. Just
Yeah, for sure,
give it
man.
Time to get the pieces, the right pieces that fit both systems on both sides of the ball, train them correctly, and just see who we got, evaluate, make them better, and then just go from there.
Indeed. Indeed, my
I
friend.
think it's safe
Indeed.
to say, at least for right now, that Clemson's on their way down because they lost their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator.
Yeah. Hopefully so. Hopefully so. Hopefully so. By the way, Robbie,
it's safe to say for right now, it's
yeah.
the end of the Clemson dynasty.
End of their era.
For now, at least it is.
End of
for
their
now,
era.
it looks like that's
Right.
what's happening.
For sure.
So.
Robbie, before we let you go, just wanted to let you know, Alyssa Rogers, your number one fan, she suggested a mayo bath for Robbie. So if it happens,
I
we
would
need
totally
to
do it for the for the right amount of money. I would totally do it. I'm not even joking.
What is the right amount of money for you to do that?
Dude, any like $200 or $200 to $300, I'll do it right now.
All right, we're gonna try to
We're
gonna try to get $200 together real quick, and I'll follow up with you. I'll follow up with you.
$200 to $300, and I'll do it.
You heard the man.
Oh goodness, I would totally do it. But yeah, outside of basketball game last night, it was a great day to be a Gamecock fan and a great day to be an SEC fan.
Yeah.
For at least one school.
Yeah, feels good to be good, man. And like I said, just a day out of
So.
a day out of a dream yesterday. And again, I know we're all still celebrating it. And like I said, this, the amount of positive momentum we now have going into the 2022 season and going into spring practice and everything else is just it's incredible, man. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, you have a good one, okay?
Hey, Robbie, appreciate you, my friend. Again, I do want to say Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to your Uncle Boudreaux. Like I said, man, truly appreciate y'all's love and support in 2021. It was great to meet you in this last calendar year, obviously. And, looking forward even bigger and better next year.
Thanks, man. You too.
Hey, take care, man. Happy New Year. Appreciate it. Go Cox. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Folks, by the way, just a quick surprise for you all, which actually maybe I'll tease it and then show you guys after the break. My guy just sent it over to me. We are going to drop some merch celebrating the Gamecocks' victory in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. So I will show you guys that. I haven't even put the shirt together yet. I'm going to do it right after we get off the Daily Crow, but we are going to drop some merch celebrating the dub. So I want to show you guys that and, of course, continue to take your questions, your comments, and your calls on the other side of the break, guys. Great Friday to have a Friday again. Happy New Year's Eve to you all. Hope you're doing well, relaxing, hanging out with family, friends, whatever it is, gearing up for a big night tonight, I'm sure. But again, thank you so much for spending this time with us here, noon to 2, the last Daily Crow of 2021. Isn't it crazy? The last one of the calendar year. Again, guys, appreciate you taking your questions, your comments, your calls, all that and more on the other side of the break. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back. 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. I want to continue to hear from you, your questions, your comments, your calls as we continue to celebrate here on this Friday. Happy New Year's Eve to you all. The final Daily Crow of 2021. Appreciate you all tuning in, guys. Again, I want to show you this really quickly. I teased it just before the break. We are officially about to drop here shortly a new piece of merch celebrating the Gamecocks winning the 2021 Dukes Mayo Bowl. And here it is. Here it is. It says there's only one Carolina, and of course that is Shane Beamer, doused in mayonnaise. And you see the Mayo Champions logo. So again, going to drop that in just a little bit. Probably going to be running a New Year's Day sale as well. If you want to wait for that tomorrow, might even drop the. Well, I think the sale's still running on. By the way, the sales from South Carolina winning yesterday, that's actually still going. So again, promo code is TSUS, 20% off all your merch, because when the Gamecocks win, you win. So again, that piece of merch right there. Have not made the t-shirt yet, but I will be making that and dropping that here in the next hour or so. Somebody else also brought it up a little bit earlier that baseball season, get this, just 49 days away from first pitch. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Wild. Absolutely wild. So, I mean, it's what's really crazy, guys, is in, I would say, 2 weeks. 2 weeks, we'll start talking kind of baseball. 2 weeks, we'll start talking Gamecocks baseball. So, can't wait. SEC play gets going for men's basketball next week. You know, before you know it, spring practice will be here. Recruiting is going to continue to go on. A lot of great stuff happening very soon in the beginning of 2022. But again, folks, appreciate you all tuning in, taking your questions, your comments, your calls. I want to continue to hear from you. Let's jump right back to the phone line.
Call from
Zachary.
Zachary, what's up, man? How are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, Chris, and Happy New Year to everyone watching, everyone in the chat. Happy New Year to them as well.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. What's going on?
I mean, what is going on? What a game yesterday. What a game yesterday morning. The Carry-On Joyner, there's nothing you can say. It's just incredible to see.
Yeah, I mean, that game, again, that day yesterday, it still kind of feels like a dream. It's just unreal to think of what Shane Beamer, again, has done in such a short amount of time. Most people, national pundits, are picking this team to win 4 games, maybe 5 games max. And, yeah, man, for South Carolina to find a way to get its 7th win yesterday, and in the fashion in which it did, just, again, words just simply don't do it justice.
Yeah, it was complete and utter dominance. We controlled both lines of scrimmage. The offensive line looked like the offensive line of 2021 everyone was talking about. The defensive line, we said it was the strength of the team, and it looked like it. I mean, I wasn't really that hard on the defensive line. I just think they need some depth, because, but that's another discussion for another day. But, yeah, that was an amazing performance on both ends of the ball that I was not expecting. I mean, I was hoping we could find a way to pull it out, but not in the dominant fashion we did.
Yeah. I mean, I think we were all certainly hopeful, right? I mean, we were all certainly hopeful, but, yeah, for it to happen the way it did, man, and especially the offensive outburst. And if you'd have told me that the Gamecocks would have had 500 – dude, we had 300 yards at halftime. So, I mean, I just thought I would have thought you were crazy. But, yeah, what a game plan, what a job. Again, we obviously came in with a great plan and we're prepared and executed better than we did all year. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it was just great to see Dak have his moment. He was recruited here to play quarterback. He chose here because now a lot of people a lot of different places wanted him to play wide receiver and DB. And, just for the setback of he was going to wide receiver and to pull out what he did, it's incredible. It was great to see Kevin Harris at home, fully healthy for his last game as a Gamecock. It was great to see that. And, no JJ and Ibarra, no Cam Smith, no problem. They sacked Sam Howell like 5 times, and they kept their offensive weapons pretty much quiet the entire day. Darius Rush has like probably an amazing pass breakup, and I think Darius Rush gets a little slept on because we have Cam Smith.
Yeah, I mean, Darius Rush is certainly another guy, man. We really do need to take a moment to mention and just acknowledge what a heck of a year he had. I mean, a guy that, again, I didn't think, I'll be totally honest with you, I didn't think Darius Rush was going to be some major contributor for you. You know, a guy that struggled early in his career to even find a position, you know, was a wide receiver, then, of course, converted to DB. But he played really, really good football for you this year, man. I mean, it's just, he played very good football for you. So, again, players make plays, man, and a lot of players made plays yesterday.
Yeah, and you know, going forward, looking in the future, for Rattler coming in, Stogner coming in, and I don't know if this is what the offense can be. I mean, I hope it is. I don't know what to say, but we have, it's good to have something positive to be like, look, guys, look at what happened when you executed the right way. Look at what happened when everything comes together. Look how dominant we can be. And there were so many games this season. If we just showed some offensive prowess at all, we could have possibly won one more game.
Mm-hmm.
We probably got an 8-1 season. That Kentucky game definitely is just a game. If you show some offensive prowess, you could have won that game.
Yeah.
And but you're looking to that's over. That's done with. Nothing but all eyes on the future, and you just hope that everything comes together like it did today, really.
Yeah, and I'll say this too, man. It's like, because you talk about what will the offense look like? Will it look like that? I think you do have to take into account that UNC was really bad defensively this year. So, I mean, again, I'm not taking anything away from us. I think what you saw yesterday, though, is when it's clicking, we saw the potential, right? We saw the potential. So, can it be what we saw yesterday on a week-in, week-out basis in the SEC? I don't know, but at least going into next season, like, hey, we do have some explosive pieces. There's at least something to work with for Spencer Rattler. So, but yeah, man, I mean, again, when it's all clicking, it's a thing of beauty, and that's certainly what it was yesterday.
Yeah, that's a valid point to mention, but I mean, Kentucky's defense finished somewhere in like the middle of the pack, and we weren't able to get anything on them. And it's like we faced the East Carolina defense. I also think finished somewhere in the middle of the pack, and we couldn't get anything done against them. So it's kind of like that's the thing I'm kind of relatively thinking. I'm like, you faced middle of the pack defenses, and you weren't able to get anything going on them. So it's kind of like. Yeah, that's kind of where my thought process was.
No, for sure. Now, listen, it makes sense. And I think certainly we've changed a lot, and I would say improved as a football team since week 2, week 3 of the season. So, that's to go back to that point too. And, when people asked over the summer, hey, what's a successful year 1 for Shane Beamer? And my good friend Perry Orth, I feel like he's just full of good points because I'm constantly referencing conversations with him. But, he just made the point. I said, what do you want to see? He said, a team that gets better from week 1 to week 12, 13, bowl game, what have you. And, again, job well done by Shane Beamer because that's certainly what happened.
Yeah, and this is just a hats off to the coaching job Shane Beamer was able to do. It's amazing what happens when you get guys to believe in themselves, to believe in each other, and just to believe in a picture, something that's bigger than them. It really is amazing.
Yeah. For sure, my friend. Hey, again, I appreciate you, and I just do want to say, man, thank you so much for the love and support all throughout 2021, and wishing you and yours a happy new year, and looking forward to an even bigger and better 2022.
Yeah, happy New Year to you, Chris. And you know what? I might try to come out to SeaWells, next year.
Yeah,
I'm not a drinker.
That'll be
the.
I got you. Hey, you're welcome to come out. Whether you want to consume some cold ones or not, but no, right now I'd say SeaWells will be the plan, but hey, you never know. Just stay tuned, man. The business is ever changing and ever evolving, and I mean, obviously I'll let you guys know the game plan before we get to next season, but wherever the tailgate might be, whether it's there or somewhere else, would certainly love to have you and love to meet you in person, my guy.
All right. You have a happy New Year, Chris.
Happy New Year, man. Take care. Appreciate you. Keith Malsberger in the TDC Questions channel, the Big Cock Club Discord. Fantastic comment here. Says, Coach of the Year, hands down, from a 2-win team to a bowl victory in a place where we have had little success is awesome for the program. Nice to hear the media acknowledge what Beamer is doing. Yes, certainly. The media, without a doubt, has done that. It's been cool, man, seeing South kind of get recognized nationally for a positive thing, right? We've too often we found ourselves the butt of jokes and, you know, the not top 10 and whatever, but it's really cool to, you know, the country sort of taking notice, if you will. James Kendall, appreciate it, man. Yeah, the helmet does look awesome. The helmet does look awesome in the background. Again, my little brother coming through in the clutch. Really do appreciate him. Let's see. David Barnes, do you think we'll get another running back to the portal or on signing day? Got to have at least 3 serviceable backs next year. Rashad Amos could also factor in the rotation. Yeah, I'm surprised Amos didn't play more. I mean, I just think, though, when you have as many backs as we did, you know, you can get buried on the depth chart. But I wouldn't count Rashad Amos out. Do we add another running back? I could see it, certainly, because right now you're just looking mainly at Marshawn Lloyd and Juju McDowell. So it wouldn't shock me if they do add another one. Wouldn't shock me. Tyrell Campbell Sr. says, sorry, I'm late to the show today. Has anyone heard from Coach Ford? I'm interested to hear his comments. No Coach Ford today. Not a single comment from Coach Ford. I don't know if Coach Ford might be busy with New Year's Eve stuff. You know, I don't want to make any assumptions, but yeah. Either way, you got to tip your cap, man. You got to tip your cap. You got to tip your cap to Marcus Satterfield, the offensive game plan, the entire offensive staff, and what they did, man. That was an incredible game. Solo Bowen says, not going to lie, these analysts aren't really smart. They think Dak has always been a wide receiver and just played quarterback yesterday, but he came here to play quarterback. Yeah, certainly did. I don't know how somebody could not know that, but that is that's a fact. That's a fact for sure. Again, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. By the way, guys, I do want to bring this up, and I just randomly saw this over the last break we had. But I want to say thank you again to you all, those especially supporting us on Twitter, because, of course, throughout the year, you know, we set tons of records. You know, we set tons of records and accolades. And, again, that's what I love about New Year's Eve and New Year's and kind of taking time to reflect and look back on the year that was. December was a record-setting month for us on Twitter. It was a record-setting month for us on Twitter. For the first time ever in a month on Twitter, we broke 10 million impressions, just impressions now, on Twitter. We're officially at 11.4 million. Again, the first time we've ever reached double digits in regards to how many million impressions. So, again, 11.4 million impressions during the month of December. Thank you so much, guys, for the continued love and support. Again, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm going to go through and take a look at all social media. And like I said, it's fun. It's gotten to the point, I'll be honest with you guys, selfishly, you know, I'm someone that I really don't check analytics as much as you'd probably think somebody who does what I do. I don't check it nearly as much as somebody like me, like you would think I would. I don't know what I'm even trying to say there. I can't spit it out. But I don't check analytics that much. I just believe in making mass pieces of content, producing content at scale. The numbers will take care of themselves, right? The downloads, the views, the clicks, whatever. It'll all take care of itself. But, yeah, to see a number like that, just really cool, man. Really, really cool. And, again, appreciate you guys. You know, everybody's got their own preference as far – you know, I had somebody – at Ink and Ivy, by the way, which, again, I do want to say shout out to all the Gamecocks that we ran into yesterday and Wednesday night in Charlotte. I mean, absolutely incredible, man. The love and support you guys show is awesome, So, but I know some people get their, you know, their information from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I even had somebody Wednesday night at Ink and Ivy tell me that they, oh, yeah, you're the guy from TikTok. I mean, who you know, you never know, which is really cool. So, yeah, anyways, guys, again, appreciate you all, man. Thank you so much. Again, 11.4 million impressions, tweet impressions in December. Really cool stuff, man. Really, really cool stuff. Again, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. So just 30 minutes to go in the final Daily Crow of 2021. How about that? What a year, man. What a year. Twan Love Kick says the game was big for recruiting. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Dude, anytime you can win, and especially win a bowl game, that's why I'm saying, like, yesterday was a very bad day for the, bowl games don't matter crowd. Like, anybody who was in that building and saw the emotion, especially in postgame, you try to tell me that that game didn't matter. That game meant a lot. That game meant a lot. Again, I know it's just the Duke's Mayo Bowl, but I think it's more what the game symbolizes, what getting a victory in the game symbolizes in regards to just the journey that South Carolina in year one under Shane Beamer has, embarked on and is on currently going into year two. Just incredible. All right, let's jump back to the phone lines.
SEC football too.
SEC football tube. What's going on, my guy? Appreciate you calling in. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, man. What a game, man. What a game.
Incredible.
Really, what a job by Shane Beamer and that entire team for what they did. They were doubted in the preseason, doubted all season long, and to just shut everybody up and prove everyone wrong like that, it feels good to see that because it really felt like everyone was against South Carolina football. It really did. 3-4 wins. That was the total, wasn't it? From Vegas, like 3.5.
3.5. Yep, 3.5.
Yeah. To prove everyone wrong like that and win 7, to go from 4 wins to 2 wins to 7 wins, that's an incredible job, and it shows things are getting better in Columbia, South Carolina. They really are. And how about Dak Joyner as well? Many people doubted that we ever see him take another snap for Carolina football. The dude was thinking about leaving football.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to finally get his moment and the ball out like that, you just love to see that, dude. You just love to see that. This team deserves what they got. They worked hard for it all season long. And for Shane Beamer and his team to be champions, just incredible, man. Really speaks to the job that he's done in just 1 year. 1 year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's wild, man. Like you said, it did feel like for a while that we were, it felt like us against the world type of deal. And the job Beamer did in year one, it just goes to show, man, you work your tail off and keep a good attitude and keep getting after it, and good things will eventually happen for you. Good things will eventually happen for you.
Oh yeah,
so, and certainly that's again, it was one of those days yesterday, man. It just felt like everything, one of those storybook type of days where, like you said, man, Dak Joyner doing what he did, and then just a ragtag Gamecocks team overcoming adversity and taking down UNC in the same building that the Fire Must Chant video was created, and that the dissension of the program kind of started. The dissension started, I think, in 2019. Under the previous regime and all that. And so to go back to that building, and again, it just felt like a storybook day, man. It felt like a storybook day.
It really is. And you mentioned something about the dissension the last time South Carolina was in Charlotte. Well, yesterday starts the ascension. Yesterday starts the ascension because we have a lot to look forward to. We do, especially next year. We got our quarterback, Spencer Rattler, Fear the Rattler. Rattler is coming. He's bringing his buddy Saunders with him, and I do believe this team will do a lot better next year. I really do. I'm not saying we're going to win the SEC East or anything, although I love that. But winning 8 games, that is a possibility. You have to think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think so. I think so, certainly, man. And like I said, when you have a guy like Spencer Rattler and you have a game changer at quarterback, I mean, it gives you a chance. It really does give you a chance. So I think Shane Beamer understood that, finding the guy under center. I think he understood just how much of a priority that was. And, I still say what a legend Shane Beamer is for just making it happen. But, yeah, man, I mean, again, I think it's still going to be a process. You still got to build. You still got to recruit, the Georgias of the world, the Floridas and the Alabamas and the LSUs and the A&Ms. They're not going anywhere. But, like I said, I think you'd be hard-pressed to to find a program that has quite as much positive momentum going into 2022. I just think there's a lot of good things happening around Gamecocks football right now, man, like I said all year, and certainly it makes it easier to reinforce these points when you win games like you won yesterday. But if fans can be patient, if fans can be patient and they can allow Shane Beamer to continue to build, again, it's not going to be an overnight thing. You got to continue to recruit, add quality pieces, add quality depth. But I think if fans can be patient, and again, I'm not predicting that we're going to win an SEC championship in the next 5 years or a national championship, but I think Gamecock fans will be very happy and proud of the product that is put on the field on a year-in, year-out basis. I really do feel confident saying that. So it was a great day, man. Great day to be a Gamecock yesterday, and I think there's a lot more of those days coming up in the near future for us.
I agree. That win yesterday is everything positive for what's going to come for South Carolina football. And for those who say bowl games don't matter, go look at the Carry On Joiners video tearing up and then say that again, because, you know, this is a championship game in a way. This is a championship game. You are competing for a trophy, and anytime you can add more hardwood or trophies to the trophy case, it's a big thing for your program. And it feels unreal. It really feels unreal. The positive momentum that's been going on around Gamecock football, when the last couple of years, it was like bad news after bad news after bad news, but now it's good news after good news after good news. And it's like, good Lord, you just can't get enough of it. You really can't. But anyways, Chris, thanks for letting me call in, man. I just wanted to call in and say, what a job by this team. I hope you, your family, and everyone watching has a great new year. God bless you all, and a big year upcoming for me, class of 2022.
Love it, man. Love it. Congratulations, brother. Again, happy new year to you. Appreciate you, your love and support, man. And I will say, you know, I don't vocalize it a ton, and I don't know. I don't want people to think that it goes unappreciated, because every time I post a piece of content, or especially the podcast on YouTube, and I see your comments and see others, but I see your comments a lot. It means a lot. So again, I appreciate the love and support, man, and you do a great job with your content.
No problem.
And you know, looking forward to a big 2022 for the both of us and for everybody out there tuned in as well. But I appreciate you, my man. Happy New Year to you and yours. And yeah, we'll talk soon for sure.
All right, man. See you. Thank you.
Take care, man. Good stuff. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3337. It's been great to hear from SEC Football 2 here on New Year's Eve. Tim Woodward says, Chris, be honest. Are you pulling for Georgia tonight? I know we're supposed to pull for the SEC, but man, no. No, I'm not pulling for Georgia. No. Listen, I'm not a conference pride guy. I'm not a conference pride guy, bro. I hope the SEC, everybody else loses. Because when they lose, it helps us. So, like, was I pulling for Tennessee last night? Absolutely not. No. By the way, guys, Shane Beamer went on the Pat McAfee show, which I think Pat McAfee does a fantastic job. And I just tweeted out, just waiting on Steve Fink. Just waiting on Steve Fink to give us the okay to have Shane Beamer on the airwaves. So Shane Beamer can go on every other podcast, but he can't come on ours. I think Steve Fink's still holding a grudge from the Fire Muschamp days. Steve Fink's still holding a grudge from the Fire Muschamp. Whatever, it is what it is. Oh, well. Whatever. Brian Dean, to hell with Georgia indeed. To hell with Georgia. Yeah, exactly. Darrell Wall Jr., Chris, just the people with the under yesterday are a little bit sad. We were safe until Parker hit the last field goal in the fourth. By the way, congratulations. Congratulations to Parker White. For setting the school record. Now the all-time points leader in Gamecocks football history. So, congrats, man. Incredible to see the come up. Incredible to see the come up from Parker White. By the way, somebody commented this, and I just went and checked. What a savage move. Jaheim Bell Jaheim Bell posted on Instagram, and I didn't even see this yesterday. He posted on Instagram, right, of him catching the touchdown pass, the first one, I believe. He tagged the defensive back from North Carolina. Literally tagged the North Carolina defensive back on Instagram. That is a savage move, and I can respect that level of pettiness. I can truly respect that level of pettiness. Love to see it. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. I do want to say I appreciate my guy P-Doc pointing that out because that is savage on so many different levels. Again, want to continue to hear from you guys. Hey, the final break of 2021 in the Daily Crow. How about that? What a year it's been, man. Appreciate you all. Again, we're taking your questions, your comments, your calls, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. More your questions, your comments, your calls, and more on the other side. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we are back. I want to continue to hear from you. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377 as we continue to celebrate the Gamecocks getting the dub yesterday, 2021 Duke's Mayo Bowl champions. Feels good to be good. That rolls off the tongue beautifully. And by the way, again, I do want to remind you all, my guy Dalton hit me up this morning, and I don't want to disappoint because I'm a man of my word. Going to consume some mayo today to celebrate. Some Dukes, specifically, obviously. A little bit later today, I'll drop the video. But I don't want you guys to think that I'm trying to get out of it, get out of the deal, if you will. So, Pete Jennings says, I remember when you said Dak sucked. How do you feel now? I feel great. I feel great. I didn't want to be right. And I don't know that I actually used the phrasing Dak sucks. I still don't think he's a great wide receiver, but we always knew he was a good athlete. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for our team that we finally utilized his skill set. I felt bad for Dak. If anything, I felt bad for Dak. Because he's a guy that, again, we all knew has a skill set. And because of just gross mismanagement of his talents, we never saw it. So I'm so happy for him. I mean, it's obviously great for the Gamecocks and great for our team, but so happy for Dak on a personal level, man, for that to happen. Incredible. Robbie Davis says, my prediction for the playoff games today, Alabama 45, Cincinnati 28. And Robbie Davis has Georgia beating Michigan by a final score of 42-30. Robbie, I don't know about that score in the Georgia game. But, yeah, I could see it. Our guy P-Dog, by the way, is on the record. He's picking Cincinnati to win. Very interesting move from our guy P-Dog. Very interesting move. Let's see. Missed a couple of comments here. Gotta love being cocky, indeed. Brian Dean says that for what Beamer accomplished this year, I can see 8 to 9 wins next season. I mean, it's possible, man. Now Spencer Rattler coming in, it's possible. It's possible. Jimmy Mendio's Van okay. Never got any touches. I think he's fine. I don't think health's a problem. He was on the field. He just balled it and just didn't find him yesterday. I mean, Jaheim Bell went off. So Nick Wilbanks, what Beamer did this year, I can see 8+ wins next year. If the O-line can take a step forward and give Rattler time, we can be really good next year. It's possible. Again, I don't think you're even close to being ready to dethrone Georgia in any way. But outside of that, man, I mean, I think finishing second in the East is actually possible. So, yes, Parker White will have his name on the turnstiles at Willie B. Isn't that cool? So, James Kendall says, I see 4 losses next year. I don't see us going to Arkansas and winning. I see 3 toss-ups, predicting 7 wins. There you go. Again, guys, next week I will have my way too early predictions for the 2022 season. So you guys are going to know where I stand going into next year. So, next season. Let's see. Sullivan says, honestly, fans need to stop saying 8 or 9 wins. I just don't see it. I think you probably win 1 more game, so 7 next year's schedule is tough. I mean, if you go 7-5 and win your bowl game, let's say you win a bowl game again, and you go 8-5, I mean, I'd say you had a really, really good year, right? I'd say you had a really good year. So I think that would be a fantastic year. Kemper Keenan says, is Bell wide receiver 1 next year? I guess he's technically a tight end presently. And, yeah, Kemper, again, I would agree so. I think he is wide receiver 1. We've heard smoke that he's going to slide out and go outside and be a wide receiver. I mean, I think, listen, he is – the beautiful thing about Jaheim Bell, he can do it all, right? He can do it all. So if they want to put him in at tight end, I think he could do it. But, yeah, I do like him on the outside. He's got to be a go-to guy for you. I mean, he's just got to be a go-to guy for you, man. So I do think he slides outside next year. Yeah, P-Dog, gun to your head, including bowl season, over under 8.5 wins. I still say under, P-Dog. I think you start talking about the Gamecocks winning 9 games in year 2. I think it's a little aggressive. I mean, I'd obviously love to see it. I think it's a little aggressive, though. Gun to head, I would say under. I do agree. You lose some pieces. I know you add Spencer Rattler, but it's a tough schedule, and you still, we're not there yet. We're getting better. We're getting closer. We're not there yet. So, Andrew the Textbook says, here's a better question. Is Juju McDowell RB1 for next year? I think it's either going to be Juju or Lloyd. I love what Juju brings you in the offense, man. I love his versatility. I love his quickness. He's explosive. I mean, every time he touches the ball, it seems like good things happen. So maybe so. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I wouldn't be opposed to it at all, man. Wouldn't be opposed to it at all. Let's see. Brian Lattimore's got Alabama beating Cincinnati 42-24. He's got Michigan beating Georgia 21-17. Game's getting going at 3:30. How about that? Game's getting going at 3:30. Austin Greer says, we're really not losing that much, to be honest. JJ didn't have a great year, only 4 sacks. And yeah, I will say the D-line looked pretty good yesterday. So, yeah, I mean, no, we're going to have a chance to have a really good year. We're going to have a chance to have a really good year again. Again, you add Spencer Rattler. Terrell Campbell Sr., where was Lloyd in the game? Yeah, I think he was dealing with a nagging injury, didn't play, but he should be fine. Should be fine. Pete Hawks' losses to Georgia, Clemson, A&M, and either Kentucky and Tennessee. So really a very similar year to what we did this year. And then 8-4 going to the bowl game. We win the bowl game to finish 9-4. Again, that would be a fantastic year too. I mean, that would be a fantastic year too. So. Again, guys, 843-790-337. Steven Garcia, my guy, tweeting this just 10 minutes ago. In the age of, quote, if shit doesn't go my way, I'm in the portal, end quote. I'm so pumped for guys like Dak Joyner that stayed the course and balled out whenever and wherever he was asked to. Hell of a player, better teammate in person. Happy for you, brother. That's awesome. That's cool, man. That's very, very cool. That is very cool. Yeah, that's very cool. It's very cool. Again, guys, want to take your questions. Less than 10 minutes, the final Daily Crow of the calendar year. It's wild. Again, like I said, guys, I've grown to love New Year's Eve for maybe a different reason than some others. I know a lot of people like going out tonight, and I'm sure a lot of you have New Year's Eve plans and all that good stuff. And I'm not saying I don't enjoy it, but I've really grown to appreciate just staying at home and reflecting on the year that was and planning for 2022. And, I believe in goal setting and manifesting, and I'll write down all my goals, personal, professional, business, financially, physically, mentally, everything. So I would encourage you to do that. If you don't do that, man, I would say write down goals. You never know how many things you want to achieve until you do that. And again, I just say this, man, as we sit here with just about 5 minutes to go. And Alyssa Rogers says kissing Shane Beamer at midnight. Love that, Alyssa. Love that for you. Really do love that for you. I think Emily might I think Emily might have some words about that, but either way, whatever. And I don't think you're the only woman that would want to kiss Shane Beamer at midnight. I think Shane Beamer's got to be a pretty popular dude in Kohler right now. I think there's a lot of men that would like to kiss Shane Beamer at midnight. Be totally honest with you. Give him a big old kiss. But no, I mean, I do want to say I truly do appreciate you all, your love and support, man, throughout the last 365 days. This was the first full year that we did the Daily Crow all throughout the year. And I don't know if there's a way to go back and see, like, how many times did we do the Daily Crow in 2021? How many times did we do the Daily Crow? But, I mean, you guys have made this a massive success, a huge success. It's incredible, man. It's incredible. Like I said, so many successes in 2021. And like I told you guys, special podcast tomorrow will drop. I'm going to rank, some of my favorite moments from the season. Monday's show is going to be a lot of fun. The podcast will be top things I'm looking forward to in 2022. So, it's a lot of fun always to look back and celebrate your successes, celebrate your victories, and look ahead, and the excitement that is what's to come, right? What's to come. So really, really cool stuff. Alyssa says it's a group kiss. We're all kissing, and Pete Hawk says I would die for Shane Beamer. So love that. love that energy. Love that energy. James Kendall says, give him a peek check or a cheek peck. My bad. Just a peck on the cheek. I like that. Brian Lattimore says, you're going to continue to do 2-hour Daily Crows. Yes. The Daily Crow is not changing in any way. How you know it now. So how you know it now, yeah, we're going to continue to do the 2-hour Daily Crows. Really, the only time we'll go back to 1 hour, because that's actually a good question, because, we started the 2-hour Daily Crows the week of the first game. Started on game week. So, no, we're going to run it through, guys. We're going to continue to do it through basketball, through baseball. We're going to continue to do Tin Roof on Wednesday nights. Really excited for that. We'll probably go back to 1 hour Daily Crows like when we get this summer, because there's just not nearly as much to talk about. We'll probably go back to 1 hour Daily Crows, but no, we're, for the foreseeable future, we're doing 2 hours. We're doing 2 hours. And I mean, dude, I love it. I love it, man. I love taking your questions, your comments, your calls, and chatting with you guys and getting to hear you guys' perspectives and everything else. It's cool, man. It's incredible. P-Dog says he's boycotting Tin Roof Wednesdays until Robbie Davis co-hosts one. Hey, Robbie Davis, come on down. Come on down, my guy. We got to get P-Dog back at 10. Pack 10. Nick N says we're winning a lot of games next year. No way we have under 8 wins. Love that. Carolina Titans says it's interesting that the parents of some of our 2022 recruits are spotlighting the change in culture at USC. Landon Sampson, Ryan Brubaker are leading the charge. Indeed they are. No, indeed, it's cool, man. Again, what Shane Beamer's building, that's why it was so pivotal to hire a guy that wanted to be here, that understood what makes the University of South Carolina special, what makes Gamecocks football special, and doesn't just believe in what it is, but what it can become. And I think you're seeing that reflected in the guys that we're recruiting, and those guys certainly feel that energy, and they buy into it. And that's why they're coming here. That's why they want to be a part of what Shane Beamer's building. It's an exciting time to be a Gamecock, man. It's an exciting time to be a Gamecock, and so excited to see this program continue to grow and evolve under Shane Beamer's leadership. Truly. Let's see. Again, guys, just a couple of minutes to go. Alyssa, yeah, we need more Shane Beamers. We need someone who wants to be here. Yeah, facts, big facts. Darrell Wall Jr., appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. Justin Martin says we got to start winning SEC road games next year. Yeah, it's tough to win on the road in the SEC. But yeah, we got to get better at that for sure. Yep. P-Dog says a few nights at Lucky's will have you appreciating being a homebody. That's a fact. That is a fact. I broke my Lucky's cherry in 2021. What a year, right? Justin Martin says, Christy, you want to see a Georgia-Alabama rematch? I just want to see the two best teams. It doesn't really matter to me, but I think that'd be a fun rematch. It really would. Pete Jennings, TCU former running back, runs a 4.2. He's still in the transfer portal. Hey, add him. If he can help us, add him. Why not? Again, folks, appreciate you all tuning in sincerely. Alyssa's leaving fighting words in the chat going into 2022. Fighting words, talking about LeBron James is the GOAT. I'm an MJ guy, but LeBron's a fantastic player, obviously. Again, guys, appreciate you all tuning in sincerely. Thank you for the love and support all year long. I just can't say enough good things. Each and every single one of you that tuned in 2021, everyone that called in, everyone that's supported, rocking and rolling with everything that we do, the podcast, the Daily Crow, social media, the merch, all the content. It means the absolute world, man. I can't say enough good things. It means the absolute world. So again, folks, thank you all so much. And of course, Alyssa with the corny. See you next year. But now the next time we'll chat with you on the Daily Crow will be Monday. It'll be officially 2022. Again, folks, one last time in 2021. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Appreciate you all. I hope you all have a fantastic new year. Make sure you're safe. Don't drink and drive. Get an Uber. Whatever you got to do. Either way, folks, again, thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Happy New Year to you and yours. And we'll talk to you soon, guys. Appreciate it.